Hello everyone, myself Parthi Parve and today I would like to talk about the human anatomy and physiology subject for the daily task video, and my topic is the body fluid. First upon the what is the body fluid? Body fluid is the liquid or the fluid component present in the body that finding the diagnosis of the disease in the body. It has a two type, intracellular fluid or extracellular fluid. Intracellular fluid consists of a cytoplasm with the cell, and the extracellular fluid consists of blood plasma, lymph, urine, tears or the saliva. Extracellular fluid is always half than the intracellular fluid. Then extracellular fluid consists of interstitial fluid, and it has the diagnosis and the prognosis of the disease. Then function of the body fluids. First upon the homeostasis that maintain the temperature regulation and they maintain the pH of the body. Then the transport mechanism, that is the gases, nutrients or waste materials, or the metabolic reaction. It consists of the transformation of food to the energy. Then the texture of the tissues, or temperature regulation secreted the sweat gland to the cool the body from the temperature. Then extracellular fluid contains cytoplasm with the cells, or cytosol without the cell. Then the composition of the body fluid, such as the intracellular body fluid contains the 70% water, ions and the molecules. Extracellular body fluid contains the cations and the anions, and the transcellular fluid contains the electrolytes such as the sodium bicarbonate or the chlorine ions. And types of the body fluid, such as the blood. In blood consists of a plasma, RBC, WBC and the platelets. So the plasma is the liquid component of the blood. Then it is a thick fluid containing 55% of the blood. Blood 90% water and the 8% proteins. Albumin is a major protein in the plasma. Other protein include immunoglobulins and the clotting factors. Then the RBC. RBC has a 40% blood contains in the RBC. RBC contain protein hemoglobin that gives the RBC to the blood. Then WBC. WBC are very few in number in the blood. WBC and the RBC's ratios are in proportion as 1 as to 600. It penetrates the other tissues, and WBC against the fight with the infection and the pathogens. The platelets are fewer in number present in the RBCs. It contains the less than the RBC. Help in clotting of the blood at the site of the around the body. Then intracellular fluid. Intracellular fluid comprises two-thirds of the body water. Body has 60% of water. Intracellular fluid is about 40% of the body weight. Intracellular fluid is primarily solution of the potassium, anions and the proteins, and the cell membrane and cellular metabolism contain the constituents of the intracellular fluid. Then the extracellular fluid, it remaining the one third of the our body water. About 20% of the body weight extracellular fluid contain, and primarily is the sodium chloride and sodium bicarbonate solution contained in the body. Then the other extracellular fluid, such as the intraocular fluid, saliva, tears, bile, mucus, milk, urine, um, pericardial fluid, peritoneal fluid, synovial fluid, etc. Then the intraocular fluid. Intraocular fluid present in the eye, it has two types, such as the aqueous humor and the vitreous humor. Aqueous humor is a liquid component present in the eye that between the cornea and the lens provide the nutrition to the cornea and the lens. Vitreous humorous is a clear and the colorless liquid present between the lens and the cornea. Then the saliva. Saliva secretes the salivary gland in the mouth cavity. It contains antibacterial enzymes, antibodies, and the mucus. It has a moistening of the food, important to lubricate the chewing and the swelling of the food. It saliva enhance the taste. Then tears. Tears produce the lacrimal glands in the eyes. Um, it gland produce the moistening of the eyes and containing the antibacterial site. Then irritations removing. Bile has a brown to dark green color. Bile produces in the liver and a excretion of the bile in the liver. It contains the fat soluble vitamins and the water soluble vitamins. Fat soluble vitamins is the A, D, E, and K, and the water soluble vitamin is the B and the C. Fat soluble vitamin absorbed to small intestine easily. It contains the digestion of the fats. Then the mucus. Mucus are the clear liquid produced by the mucus gland present in the cells of the bronchi in the lungs, stomach, and the small or large intestine. And then the urinary system and reproductive tracts has the eye and ears present in it. Then it contains a variety of the important substances, including antiseptic enzymes, antibodies, mucins that gives the mucus uh, its gel-like properties. Then milk produced by the mammary gland in the females. Primary newborns before they are able to eat and digest of the other food. Then the urine. Urine is a typically sterile liquid byproduct of the body secreted by the kidney through a process called urination and excreted through urethra. It contains 95% of the water, urea, creatinine, uric acid, and the enzyme. It secretes the hormone, fatty acids, pigments, and mucins such as the ammonium, potassium, chlorine, sulfate, phosphate, etc. Then the sweat. Sweat as in the sweat evaporates to cool the body. Then the lymph. Lymph is the colorless fluid present in the interstitial tissues. It circulates the blood throughout the lymphatic system. It defined as the blood without the RBC. uh, Exchange of the nutrients, hormones, and the gases occur through the fluid. It is a uh, drainage system. Then uh, lymphocytes play a major role in the immune responses of the body in the lymphatic system. Then the cerebrospinal fluid. It is a clear liquid, colorless liquid, contain the WBC and the protein. Hollow spaces of the brain and the spinal cord in between the two of the meninges. Then the thin layer tissue that cover the brain and the spinal cord. Cerebrospinal fluid is cushioned to brain within the skull. Um, Nervous system contain between the 80 to 150 ml of the cerebrospinal fluid in the body. It transfers the brain to the spinal cord or the other body parts. Then the pericardial fluid. It has an inner or outer fibrous layer. Help to reduce the friction between the epicardial membranes and found in the pericardial cavity. Uh, it known as the great vessels, and it include the aorta. Then peritoneal fluid is present in the peritoneal cavity. Peritoneum secretes the peritoneal fluids. It protects and separates the internal structure of abdomen and the pelvis. Then the vaginal secretion. Vaginal secretion produces the fluid that lubricates the female vagina. Then semen. Semen is known as the seminal fluid. Seminal fluid. It is a viscous fluid. Then synovial fluid. Synovial fluid present in the synovial joint. It is a viscous fluid found in cavities of the synovial joints. Uh, Main function of synovial fluid is the help to reduce the friction and facilitate movement between the articular cartilage, the synovial joints. Then the pleural fluid are the fluid between the layers of the pleura in the lungs. It has a pleural cavity. Membranes which line the cavity and surround the lungs. And then main function allow to layer of the pleura to glide smoothly past each other during the respiration.